If you're new to Mac, I'm going to give you some tips that will prove very helpful to you in the long run. So on the bottom, on the dock here, you can see we have Launchpad. So what if I don't want to click on Launchpad every time, scroll through apps and then open an app? And what if I tell you that there was a quick way to access the list of apps that you have? Well, you can just go to the Launchpad icon. You can use your two fingers and click on it. And voila, here you can see we have the list of all apps that are installed on my Mac. Let's say I want to find an app and I don't want to scroll and keep reading. I can just start typing, and here you can see if I just type in S, we have Safari, Siri, Slack, and so on. Another way to access the same menu is using the Option key. Go to the Launchpad icon, hold the Control key and just single tap, and here you can see the list has appeared again. So if I want, I can just type in Google Chrome, and here you can see Google Chrome has now been highlighted. The second thing is switching between apps. How do you switch between apps? To figure out, you can just open certain apps and be okay with it and minimize them according to your needs, which is a bit tedious. Alternatively, you can just use Command plus Tab, and here you can see we have come to the application switcher. So if I want to go to Photos, I can just let go of the Command button now and it will open Photos. So I can toggle through this menu using the Tab key while I am holding down the Command key. If I let go of the Command key, it will go to the app that is currently highlighted. So here you can see I have let go of the Command key and Finder has come up. Another way is using the Command plus Backtrack key. So here you can see I have all the backtrack keys. Another way to find out all the apps that are open and all the windows of those apps that are open, if I just want to look for one, I can just hold down the Control key and press up, and here you can see all the tabs that are open from your applications will show up. So you don't have to hold down the Control button over here, and you can just look through all the apps. So let's just say I want to go to Recents. I can just click on Recents, and here you can see Recents has come up. But how do you minimize all the apps that you've opened? To minimize all the apps, you can just go to the yellow button on the top here and close them one by one, which is again very tedious. For that, you can just, let's just say I have opened up multiple apps. I can press Command plus H. So here you can see the app has been hidden. And if you want to unhide them, you can go to the application switcher with Command and Tab again. And let's just say I want to go to Finder. I can release Command button, and here you can see Finder has now popped up again. What if you want to look for let's just say an application or a folder on your computer? You can press Command plus space, and here you can see we have Spotlight Search. What does Spotlight Search do? It is a system-wide search, and it will also go on the internet if you type something. So let's just say I have this folder over here. It's called Dama, or let's just say I want to go to music. So here you can see the music application has popped up. If I hit enter, the music application has also opened. You can also have it solve some equation. So let's just say 3 plus 2 bracket close times 6, and here you can see it has basically created a shortcut for itself for calculator, and it's immediately giving you the answer as well, which is very convenient. Then we have hot corners. For hot corners, here you can see on the bottom we have a hot corner. If I click on that, it is going to create a new note, and that is the default setting. I have not changed it. To change it, you can go to settings. You want to scroll down to desktop and dock here, and if I scroll down further, at the bottom we have hot corners. Click on hot corners, and here you can see we have 4 corners obviously, so we have 4 shortcuts, and by default this is quick note. So let's just say I want it to be Launchpad. I can do that as well. On the top, let's just say I want mission control. I can do that as well. But what if I don't want to accidentally keep on hitting mission control? For that, you can also use Command, Option and Control keys. So let's just say I go here. Here you can see if I press and hold Control, we have multiple options. If I press and hold Option, again it's going to basically say if you press and hold Option and take your mouse over there and click on it, it's going to lock your screen or create a new note or go to desktop. So it's basically to not let you accidentally access something that you don't want to. Let's just say I want Notification Center. I will hit Command and Notification Center, and here you can see we have Command and Notification Center. So what if I go on the top left? Nothing happens. But what if I hold down Command and go? Here you can see Notification Center has opened up. So that is very convenient. Every once in a while we are required to take screenshots. So how do you take screenshots on Mac, any kind of Mac? So we hold down Control, Shift and 5. So here you can see it is by default on the capture entire screen. If you want, you can capture a selected window of an application. If you want, you can also have it capture a selected area. So you can also record videos over here, but because I am actually using the same application, it won't let me again record any videos. Other than that, you also have the option to save to let's just say clipboard, mail, messages, wherever you want. If you want to set a timer, you can have that as well. And here you have options for floating thumbnail, remember last session, and so on. If I hit capture, it is going to take a screenshot, and because I have selected desktop to where I want to save it, it's going to save itself on the desktop. If I want to access it, I can just click on it and it will present itself in a quick view window. Then we have context menu. So what is context menu? So I have a file over here. It's called llama. I've created the file. It's basically empty. So if I close it and with my two fingers, if I click on it, I get multiple options over here. So this menu is called context menu. If I want, I can get info on it, I can move it to trash, I can open it, I can compress it. I have multiple options. So this menu is going to keep on changing depending on the application. So if I go to Finder, if I click on the documents over here and if I click it with two fingers, here you can see open in new tab, we have in closing folder. It's not going to be the same menu every time. So it's going to keep on changing. So that menu we call context menu. But what if you want to not use two fingers for it? You can just hit control and select the folder or whatever you're trying to select, and it is going to come up here as well. Then we have quick look. So again, I have a screenshot over here. But what is exactly quick look? If I just select this screenshot and if I hit space, it has now created a small window, which is basically a preview window. It is a big preview window. If I have videos, it will also play videos in the small window. So it is not actually going to open up the media player. It's just going to give you a quick preview. But if I go to Finder, I can go to desktop again, and here you can see we have the desktop folder. I can go to view and I can select show preview, the shortcut for which is shift command and P. So you can use that as well. So on the right side here you can see it has created a new column. If I select this screenshot, it is now showing me a very small preview of it and all the other information that is available. Its dimensions, last opened, created, everything like so. So that is very convenient. You can turn it on or off according to your needs. Nowadays guys, it's very easy to express ourselves with emojis. So how do you access emojis on Mac? Well, for that, let's just open a notes app. So here you can see I have created a new note. So what if I want to use emojis over here? For that, I can just hit Control, Command and space, and here you can see an entire menu of emojis has popped up. On the bottom you have multiple options, so it has multiple. So let's just say if I go to this football, it's going to show me all the sports emojis that are available. Again, with the fruits as well, we have multiple foods, fruits, everything is available over here. This can also be accessed through the function key. How so? Well, you can go to settings for that. In settings, you want to scroll to keyboard over here. And in keyboard, you have press function key to show emoji and symbols. Again, this is a by default option. If I click on it, I can have it change input source, start dictation. But for now, it is set for show emoji and symbols, which is very convenient for me in my day-to-day life. So yeah, guys, those were a few tips for all the new Mac users. If you found it helpful, drop a like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.